pain is no joke. I don't actually have sciatic pain right now because, well, I do my stretches, but I'm going to show you all the most effective stretches that I use in my treatment plans to help other people overcome their sciatic pain for good. Hi, I'm Lisa D, the RMT from Southern Manitoba in Canada, and I want to show you some pretty awesome stretches to relieve your sciatic pain today. So the type of sciatic pain that I want to talk about today is called piriformis syndrome. Piriformis syndrome generally starts right in the hip. It's a sensation of sciatic pain that goes down the leg. And this happens when the piriformis muscle gets so tight that it compresses against the sciatic nerve and cuts off the circulation. Unfortunately, piriformis syndrome is not caused by the piriformis muscle. The piriformis muscle gets tight because of imbalances in other muscles around the thighs that create twisting and tilting in the hips, which lead to the piriformis muscle becoming taut and then creating that tension across the sciatic nerve. You want to treat the cause, not the symptoms. So you can stretch out the piriformis muscle by sitting in a chair, crossing your ankle over your knee, and leaning forward. So you're going to feel that stretch come around the back of the hip. You might even feel it in the front of the hip a little bit too, but we're going to focus on the back of the hip here. Stretching out the piriformis muscle is going to help relieve your symptoms for a short amount of time. But if you want long-term relief, you got to do these stretches I'm about to show you.
Okay, so first let's begin by placing a pillow down to support your sensitive knees. We're going to start by kneeling down onto your right knee and keeping your left hip and knee flexed at roughly 90 degrees. Lunge forward while also extending your body back. You'll feel that stretch in front of your hip. This is called your psoas. I like this stool, but you can hold on to anything close by for balance support. Hold a static stretch for 30 to 40 seconds before moving on. After releasing, maintain this kneeling position, but reach back and grab your right foot. Lunge your hips forward again while pulling your foot up as close to your bum as possible. This will definitely feel challenging in the beginning, but stay with me. You're going to feel that stretch more intensely along the entire length of the quadricep rectus femoris, so focus on your breath for 30 to 40 seconds before releasing. Obviously, we're planning to apply these stretches bilaterally. Next, we're going to move to a standing position, targeting the inner thigh adductors. Spreading the heels to about knee-width apart in somewhat of a sumo squat position, we're going to rest the palms just above the knees, fingers facing to the rear. Here, you're going to lock your elbows and rest your entire upper body on your arms. Your hands will naturally separate your knees, and you'll feel that inner thigh groin stretch right here. As usual, hold for 30 to 40 seconds. When done properly, this should actually require very little effort. Of course, well-rounded stretches will always include the hamstrings. This one is done best by sitting on the floor. Relax your right leg and stretch your left leg out straight in front of you. Here, we're simply going to lean forward and feel the stretch pull behind the knee and along the back of your thigh. If your knee is lifting or bending, that's totally fine. As long as you're feeling the stretch behind your thigh, it really doesn't have to look perfect to be effective. Last but not least, fine-tune this routine with a glute stretch. You can do this stretch in a chair or on the floor. Cross your left ankle over your right knee and using your arms, hug your knee across to your opposing shoulder. Feeling that stretch across the back of the hip, you're going to hold for 30 to 40 seconds and you're done. And that completes our routine for sciatic pain.
Listen, I hope this has been helpful. Feel free to reach out with any questions that you might have and talk to your physical therapist about treating these areas. If the actual muscles who are causing the problem are being left untreated, you're going to have this reoccurring problem over and over again. And the only way to fix it is to do some stretches. Hope this has been helpful. Bye.